Mit navn er Sun Hee. Min mors navn er Buksun. Mor, hvordan traf du det valg? Hvordan kan man give sit barn væk?
집에서 반대하면 설득할 자신 있어? 힘들겠지?
근데 진짜 엄마 아빠만 허락하면 키우고 싶은데
모든 엄마들이 반드시 아기를 키워야 된다라는 생각을 하는 사람이에요.
Kan man give sit barn væk i kærlighed? Jeg prøver at forstå dig. Det gør jeg virkelig.
They couldn't really help me to get in contact with mothers in the shelters. It's very emotional. I think I've been working on this project for so long, and I think rewatching it here in Korea is a little overwhelming.
I was on a motherland tour in 2004. It was a trip for other adoptees, and the last stop of the tour, we went outside of Seoul into the countryside, and we arrived at a shelter for unwed mothers. There was a woman who came over to me, and she was 8 months pregnant. And she asked me, "Are you happy to be adopted?" And at the time I was 22 and I didn't know what to answer her. I wanted to say yes, but that wasn't enough. That made a deep, deep impression on me that I would never forget. So this was the initial inspiration to try and make a film about unwed mothers in Korea.
본인이 이제 원하는 거는 아기를 키우고 싶어요.
네.
지금 이제 결정을 하게 되면 나중에 이게 나한테 어떤 이점이 있을까?
행복하지.
아기를 키우면 행복할 것 같아요. 그다음에 5번째,
다섯 번째는
어떤 걸림돌이 있을까?
돈, 그리고 가족 간의 사이, 친척들.
I'm both relieved and horrified at the same time that what I have found out is that women don't willingly give up their children. Other Korean adoptees who, through the film, finally understand their mothers. So I think they feel the same way as I do, that now I have a better understanding of the situation, the impossible situation that my mother was in. When you are adopted, you think that you are only separated once between the country that you come from and going to the other country where you live. But I discovered that when I was born, I was separated from my mother. And then I was put in an orphanage where there were several people attending a lot of babies. And then I was separated from the orphanage. So it's a lot of separations. And I was only 4 months and 2 days old when I arrived in Denmark. Even though in this short period of time, I never considered that important. But 4 months in a baby's life, when I stayed at the shelter, I realized so much can happen in 4 months.
쓴 거 없어 애기한테?
없어요.
아, 요 안에? 요 안에. 그 하나도 안 하지 마지막으로. 싫어? 싫을 것 같아. 그냥 마음이 너무 아프어.
I was very happy to have a safe childhood with my parents, adoptive parents. I am very connected to them and I have a close connection to them. My dad passed away from cancer in 2007. I was always unconsciously afraid of losing people because I've lost so many people in my life already. So I started documenting things. I started taking pictures of things because I was afraid of losing it. And I think this is what drove me into filmmaking. The first film I did was about my father who was sick, my mother who was taking care of him. And that became my first short film. Forget Me Not is my wish to my mother that she will never forget about me. It is also my message to her that I will never forget about her. I would just like to meet her and see how she is and if she's happy in her life. And I know it will be difficult, but I hope she would even do that on her deathbed before she passes away. For Korean society, I really wish that they would be kind to my mother and women like her, be supportive instead of discriminating and looking down upon this group. Oma, if you're watching, I hope you will watch my film, Forget Me Not, because it is a film I did for you. And I hope that you can see the love that I have for you and the understanding that I have for you now. I love you. I hope you're well. Please take care. 엄마, 사랑해. Please come and find me.